Eyes to see, that's what I long for. Your eyes, they see my every need.
Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. The name is Joie Bénie. Thank you so much for joining me today. So today I'm back again with another face mask and chill. I think I'm gonna do this like every month or something. I'm really enjoying it. So today we're gonna try the African Black Soap Clarifying Mud Mask by Shea Moisture. I've never tried it. I don't know anything about it. I just know that my brother uses it and his skin looks amazing and hydrated every time. So let's just start. The topic today, while we do a little face mask and chill, is breaking down, I guess, society's standards slash stereotypes slash handling failure. We'll see as we keep going. What inspired this conversation really was the fact that my life is not just going to plan. My life is not going to plan. Like it's just not, hey. And I have found comfort in that. I'm hoping it's gonna help somebody out there who is like around my age or just finished high school, for instance, maybe, and is thinking life is just not doing the things. I'll help you out. So, ooh, first of all, this feels smooth as hell. Guys, I don't lie to you. This plot, yeah, is getting out of the way. I added it for aesthetics, but I'm struggling to function. What do? Oh, I can put it on the other side. Let's do that. So there's this process of life that society has shoved in our faces. You're born, you go to school, you finish high school, and once you're done, you go to university, you find a bae in university somehow, magically, mysteriously. Once you've graduated, you get married and you live life. That process of life, it doesn't fit in my life. I had struggles before to come to terms with that, but I have come to terms with that. Let me give you an example, okay? So I didn't get to study until 3 years after I had graduated, or 2 years. 2 years and a half after I had graduated. That was just like for financial reasons and not passport, what do you call it? Citizenship reasons, yeah. And then financial. So I didn't study. So that was already like, okay, kind of just not gonna work, right? Because I'm gonna have 2 years of doing absolutely nothing. I couldn't find a job either, so that was me. And then when I found a job, I was able to go to university because now I could actually pay for my fees, which I've been doing. So I did that. It's been 1.5 years now of studying, and I felt like I needed a break. How do you explain that you need a break? That you are not sure, that you are confused, that you want to do something else? How do you explain that? That does not make any sense to society or parents, really. Nah, man, this feels good. This feels really good. So now, as we wait for this to set, I can properly talk. But basically, you know, I just feel like nothing for me was going to plan as the way society says, and it was just a bit confusing navigating life from the lens of how it actually is versus how it is supposed to be, apparently. And I think one thing that I don't, am I ranting? One thing that I don't like about, I guess, society is that, you know, we put a lot of like pressure on wins that are related to marriage, wins that are related to graduating, wins that are related to just achieving things, you know, whether in the educational world or in the relationship world. Like, it's like that is all that life is made of. And I remember I was having a conversation with my mom, actually, I think yesterday. She was just mentioning all of these big things that are happening within our family, and one of them is marriage, and it's really beautiful to see. But as she was naming them, she named something, a project that I'm working on as well, and I was like, wait a minute, is it in the same category? Like, is it still a win like that? But like, she just named it like it was nothing, and I thought, oh my goodness, that's beautiful. It's good to be goal oriented and focused. I completely understand that, okay? I am not telling your children not to be focused or anything like that. No. All I'm saying is that there's more to life than studying and getting married. I think when it came to a point where I made the decision to take a break from uni for a semester, for reasons of like just figuring out if this is really what I want to do, practicing self-care and taking care of my mental health is one of them. And yeah, just focusing on other things that really give me purpose and bring me a lot of peace. So those are the reasons. When I came to that decision, I realized how much I actually struggled to just make the decision, because that's not what we see or hear of a lot, you know, in society. All we hear is this is how it's done. There's these steps, and if you're not following these steps, then you are automatically a failure. Either you feel that way to your parents, or you just feel that way just in society in general, or you know, your supporters and people around you. But truth is, you're not a failure at all. I think it's very honorable for people who choose things that are very different to what society is telling you. Just because you're doing something, you're on a different path as to what is normal, that doesn't mean you're on the wrong path. In fact, you might be on an even more right path for you personally. So I felt this urge to take this break last year in about the first semester. Really didn't push through. I was able to even more than pass, and I was like, great, good, I can do this. I then was very confused in semester 2, and I thought, no, this time you are going to do it, because you need it. You need this break to really sort out your life and your mental. And I thought, okay, maybe let me like gain some advice, because that's the wise thing to do. And all the advice was, no, don't do it, I think you should push through. And you know, I appreciate the advice. Actually, I'm not saying that these people were wrong. I just noticed that people give advice based on their past mistakes, based on their preference, based on their perspective, not really advice based on you and who you are and what is right for you. But guess what? The only person that'll be able to do that is Jesus himself, because he made you, he created you, he knows exactly why he created you, and he knows how much you can do and how much he's placed within you, and at what point you are to do these things. And if it breaks in between your studies, it is still the will of God. And the lesson in that really is, you can seek advice, sure, go ahead, seek advice, but don't put people's advice on top of what you already know, or on top of what God has already told you, on top of what God is, how God is directing and leading you in your own life. People will never know the full scope of what it is as they're giving you advice. All they know is what is at face value. So how could you really? Because even their perspective may be flawed at that very moment. Again, I would say be true to you, because I was not true to myself, and I'm still learning to being true to myself, because as I said before, literally my life is not going the way that I had thought or had planned. I have a friend who's gonna watch this and she's gonna be like, girl, I get you. Because we spoke about this, and life is not lifing. Life is not lifing. But then again, I still feel blessed. I still feel like I'm living and moving in purpose at the end of the day. So do what's right for you. Let's talk failure. So for me, failure was something that I first experienced, I guess, that I can remember a few years ago when I graduated from high school. Because that whole year 12, I completely did not get that ATAR score that you're supposed to get. I got below 50, bro. Like, I forgot the number. It's traumatizing, really. So I completely felt like a failure from that point on, and I think it's just been, it's like been hovering over my head when it comes to like studies and my career and everything as I've been going, you know, into life ever since finishing high school. Failing, though a very negative word, is actually a very important part of life and a part of your story of success. Keep in mind your definition of success. I hope it's healthy. When you think about it, all of the people who are very successful in this earth, on this world, have failed before. Failure is just a stepping stone towards your success. Again, keep in mind your definition of success. But yeah, I think failure was something that failure was something that I really hated because it made me look down on myself quite a lot. But honestly, failure is normal now. It's the part of life. As you can see, I am looking fresh. So I'm gonna go in with a sheet mask because it just, you know, the juices in this overflowing my soul, really. Thank you guys for watching. I think this is the end of the video. I hope it was helpful to you. All I want you to take from this is failure is okay. It's important. It's an important part of the story. Don't take the opinions of others. Well, no. Don't put opinions of others above the opinion and the last word of God. At the end of the day, who? Jehovah has the final say. Come on. And be true to you. Be true to you. Bye. Thank you for watching.
Eyes to see, that's what